There was a small yellow house at the end of Maplewood Lane that always smelled like jasmine and fresh paint. It had blue shutters, a creaky porch swing, and a wooden sign by the door that read, "Home is where your people are." For 27 years, it had been Claire's sanctuary, a place filled with laughter, burnt cookies, spilled secrets, and late-night lullabies. But now, it stood hollow, holding echoes and ghosts that only she could see. The day Daniel died was the day the world tilted. Not with sound, not with thunder, just a deafening stillness. One moment he was there, brushing toast crumbs off his shirt and telling her he loved her with his eyes, and the next moment, he was a memory in a hospital bed, slipping through time like dust in sunlight. Grief was not what Claire expected. It wasn't just sadness. It was a thief that moved in, rearranged her soul, and whispered lies. Every morning, she put on her best smile, watered the garden, waved at the neighbors, and answered texts with, "I'm doing okay." But inside, her heart was a battlefield of shattered pieces, and her soul screamed in a language only the broken could understand. She would sit on Daniel's side of the bed at night, holding his favorite sweater, inhaling what was left of his scent like it was oxygen. She'd listen to the silence between the walls and wonder how something as invisible as love could leave behind a pain so heavy it pinned her to the floor. One Tuesday morning, Claire went to the grocery store. She walked down aisles filled with people talking about things that no longer mattered: brands of cereal, weekend plans, new movies. She saw a boy who looked like Daniel at 17, and the world blurred. Her hands trembled as she clutched a carton of milk, tears threatening to betray her mask. An old woman noticed her gray hair, warm eyes, a face lined with stories. She gently touched Claire's arm. "Honey, are you all right?" Claire opened her mouth, but only a nod came out. The truth would flood the store, drown everyone in it. The woman looked deep into her, as if she saw past the skin, into the raw, bleeding soul behind her eyes. She whispered, "You don't have to be strong all the time. You're allowed to feel both lives." And just like that, something broke. That night, Claire sat by the window, a cup of untouched tea beside her, and wrote in Daniel's old journal, "Grief is like living two lives, one where I smile, laugh, and nod as if the world still makes sense, and the other, where my heart silently screams your name into every corner of my mind, hoping you'll answer back. But all I hear is the echo of what used to be." She didn't stop pretending. That wasn't the point. But she stopped hiding from herself. She began talking to Daniel out loud, began crying in the shower without guilt, began planting jasmine in every corner of the yard because that was his favorite scent. And slowly, she realized grief wasn't the absence of love. It was its echo. It was the second heartbeat in her chest. It was Daniel, still there, quietly reminding her that even in pain, love persists. To the world, Claire looked the same, but inside, she was rebuilding stone by stone, tear by tear, because sometimes the strongest people are not the ones who move on, but the ones who learn to live in both lives and still choose love. Lessons from The Silent Room, a story of grief, love, and inner strength. 1. Grief has no deadline. Healing isn't linear. Grief doesn't follow a schedule or fade with time like a wound. It lives within you, reshaping who you are. This story reminds us that it's okay to grieve in silence and still carry on with life's routines. 2. People fight silent battles. Just because someone looks fine doesn't mean they are. Many people wear smiles as armor while their hearts silently scream in pain. This teaches us to be kind, gentle, and patient with others and with ourselves. 3. There are two lives in grief. Grief creates a dual existence: the life you show the world and the life you privately endure. Both are real. Both deserve recognition. Pretending doesn't mean you're healed. It just means you're surviving. 4. You don't have to be strong all the time. The world praises strength, but true courage lies in allowing yourself to break, cry, and feel. Vulnerability is not weakness. It is the first step to healing. 5. Love never dies, it changes form. The love we have for those we've lost doesn't disappear. It becomes part of us, shaping our actions, our memories, and our view of the world. Grief is love's echo. It lingers because love was real. 6. Healing starts with honesty. When Claire admitted the truth to herself when she finally wrote in Daniel's journal, it was the beginning of healing. You cannot heal from what you refuse to feel or name. 7. Sometimes strangers carry the light we need. A simple, genuine gesture from a stranger in a grocery store helped Claire feel seen. Never underestimate the power of a kind word or a knowing look. It might be someone's lifeline. 8. It's okay to live in both worlds. You can smile and still grieve. You can move forward and still remember. There's no need to get over grief. There's only learning to live with it and through it while still choosing life and love. 9. Memories can be medicine. Even though they hurt, memories are a way to keep our loved ones alive. The scent of jasmine, the old sweater, the journal, these small things became sacred, helping Claire reconnect with love instead of just loss. 10. We are never alone in our pain. Though it often feels isolating, grief is a universal experience. Sharing your story or hearing someone else's can build invisible bridges between broken hearts. There's healing in connection. To the world, this story whispers, it's okay to hurt. It's okay to not be okay. Just don't forget you're still breathing. And where there's breath, there's life. Where there's life, there's love. And where there's love, hope waits patiently.